Okay. So I don't see anyone else in the waiting room. It is 6:03. Okay. So it looks like the majority of everyone on the call has been doing childcare for 11 plus years, which is awesome. We have some participants that just started out, which is super great as well. And then the rest look like you guys have been doing it for the 7 to 10 year range. So a good amount of variety of experience on the call for sure. Same with the different types of childcare providers. So we have some small and large family childcare home providers, and then some center staff as well. Okay, so I will go ahead before I start the presentation and just introduce myself. My name is Carly. I'm one of the Resource and Referral Program Supervisors with Solano and Family Children Services. And on the call tonight, we have some supporting staff that you may have talked to on the phone before or seen an email from. So I wanted to allow time just to put a face to a name, and they can come off mute and just briefly say hello, their name and their position. After that is when we'll go into the presentation. And again, if you came on a little after I explained, we're asking everyone to hold questions by placing them in the chat until the end of the presentation. And we have time built in to answer them. So I'll popcorn it on over to Cinda so she can go ahead and introduce herself.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Cinda Clemente, and I'm the Resource and Referral Program Manager at Solano Family and Children Services. And I will send it over to Molly.
Hello, everyone. My name is Molly, and I am the Resource and Referral Program Lead at Solano Family and Children's Services. And then I'll pass it to Joy.
Hello, everybody. I am a resource and referral trainer. So I do a lot of the trainings. I host the snack and chat, and I hope to see you all there in 2 months. And Jenny, what you got?
Hi, everyone. Nice to see you. I'm Jenny. I'm one of the resource and referral specialists, and I'll pass it over to Clementina.
Hi, everyone. My name is Clementina McLean, and I'm also a resource and referral specialist.
Awesome. Okay, I see we just got one or two, possibly more participants join us. So we're going to go ahead and get started with tonight's presentation. We're very grateful for everyone that was able to join us, especially with it being an evening. We know you guys are all very busy. So we will do our best to make the most use of your guys' time. So let me launch my screen here. Let me share. Okay. I just practiced this before you guys all signed on and it shared fine. So of course it's going to not share properly. Oh, can you see my screen?
Yeah, I was going to say, I think I see it.
Okay, that's just me going insane. It's because I have everyone I have everyone stretched out on my screen, so I couldn't see the own response. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with the information. Like I mentioned in the beginning, we have some supporting links that we will mention that we can pop into the chat for you guys to refer to or read along with. If you just joined us, we're saving questions until the end of the presentation, but asking for everyone to pop them in the chat. At the end, when we go into Q&A, we will have time allowed for answering questions. And then if something comes up, you can come off mute and ask at that time as well. So to my fellow teammates, if you guys can just help me, if for some reason technical wise my screen isn't moving, just let me know and I will go ahead and get started. Okay, so like I mentioned before, if you're wondering if you're in the right spot, this is our Solano Family and Children's Services Provider Informational Meeting. And today is already the 26th of January, which I am having a hard time believing. This month is flying by. Okay. So, like mentioned in the invitation, this meeting is really about us sharing information on how to claim your My Child Care Plan profile. Some of you on the call, I believe, have already claimed yours, and then there's a good amount that have not yet claimed it. So, we're hoping with this information, it'll help you guys get those profiles claimed, and it'll also provide you some more support in understanding what to do with it once it's claimed. We'll also cover the importance of claiming it and the different benefits that come with having your own control over your profile. And then, if you have been on our referral program for quite some time, we are updating our schedule for how we reach out to you all for updated information. So, that'll be another bit of the presentation that we'll go over as well. And then we will end with Q&A. Okay, so why is it important to not only learn about claiming your profile, but learning what the My Child Care Plan database is? So, for years, mychildcareplan.org only displayed licensed childcare providers that reached out to their local resource and referral agency that they will be an active provider who accepts childcare referrals from the R&R. So, if you are on our childcare referral program, there are some forms that you have to complete, which is a provider agreement form and then a provider data form. And that past years would be how you would get inputted into the database. But recently, that is not how it is. All licensed providers are on the database, and you have to just let us know if you're willing to go out on our end. But My Child Care Plan does now have a platform side where parents can search on the site itself. So we thought it was important to give you information about a provider information notice that came out on September 22nd of 2025. I think Molly just went ahead and put the link to the direct pin in the chat for you guys to reflect on or read back to at your leisure at a later time. But it's covering that in order to meet federal requirements, so these are not requirements that we put in place, all licensed childcare facilities are now listed on California's consumer education website, mychildcareplan.org. If you operate a licensed childcare program in California, your facility should now be included in the childcare search directory. This update gives families broader access to information for all licensed childcare providers in the state. And if you have any concerns or questions about that, the full pin, like I mentioned, is put in the chat that goes over all of the details for you in one place. It is important to know my closed captionings, I can't read myself. That My Child Care Plan still does not display any home addresses or geo mapping for the licensed family child care homes because it is important to safeguard this personal information. So your addresses are not included when they are given out for the randomized referral searches that we run at our agencies, and they're not given out when the parents use the parent side to search independently either. So we just want to make sure that everyone is understanding of that. Okay, so if you have not been on My Child Care Plan before, we went ahead and put the information to the website on this page. And we have the next, I think, 4 slides are screenshots of the different steps and screens that you would see as you're going through the process of claiming your profile. So if you want to go to mychildcareplan.org to read along, you can, but we also have supporting resources that we're going to provide to everyone after the meeting via email, either tomorrow or Wednesday. So I don't want anyone to feel pressure that you have to try and do this along. If you're watching on your phone or if you're watching on your only device at home, it's okay because we will be able to provide these steps to you as well. But it does seem to be like, I'm saying it does seem to be because I'm not a childcare provider, so I don't know how simple it is. But based on the support and information that the database itself provides, it should be pretty simple. And there is some tech support as well that it offers on the website if you get hung up on any stage of the claiming process. So if you go to mychildcareplan.org, or if you even Google, because I've tried this as well, I want to claim my child care provider profile on my child care plan, it takes you straight to the step-by-step guide on the database. But this is one of the screens that you would see. And you need to make sure, which most of you already are based on our poll, that you're a licensed child care provider or a license exempt center. You have your business name or license number ready, because that will be asked of you when claiming your profile. And they're saying it takes about 5 to 10 minutes to do this. So it's not a huge time commitment when claiming. Just, I think, making sure you have all the information that's needed will be helpful. So once you get to this screen, the first step is to access the provider profile claim page. So where the moving arrows are on this screen, right over here, you would click, I'm a child care provider. And then the second step would be for you to enter your business name or your license number in the search field. So once you click on the first link of I am a child care provider, it takes you to this screen, and it has a search bar right here where you can input your business name or license number. License number would probably be the easiest way to find yourself, just in case, because sometimes spelling errors or things like that, but your business name should be in there as well. And then you'll click search to go ahead and see your profile populate. And there is a support page for if you input your license number or your business name and it doesn't populate. My child care plan has direct information on why that may be and how to correct that. Okay, so step 3 is you would select your business. So once you search, a list of childcare providers should populate like this screen here. And you would click on this little arrow saying the view details. So that would be under your business listing. And if you can't see yours, you can contact the MCCP tech support team at, this is their 800 number. So if you want to take a picture or write it down, you can do so, but we are recording this presentation as well, so you will have access to follow back to this recording when you need to. But they do have a tech support line that is on their database if you get stuck at any time. Okay, so step 4, to claim your profile, you'll look for the info button next to the unclaimed status. So once you click on your business page, it will then enlarge, and MCCP has default images that it randomly selects for profiles that don't have personal images uploaded. So once you get to your larger screen, you would click on the unclaimed button, which looks like it has a little button next to it, or you can click it at the bottom of the page or over to the right. It looks like there's 2 different options when it populates. You can click it to expand the window, and then you'll click on the unclaimed link. So it looks like it's a hyperlink that'll take you straight to what's next. Okay, so this is where you will set up your account, and it is where you'll input an email address, password. It'll ask you to confirm a password, create a username. Always be sure, just as a tip, when writing down new passwords, writing them down somewhere, keeping a notebook, just because you won't forget. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like everything is requiring a username and a password now, and I sometimes forget what my passwords can be just by 1 digit because I have so many. So once you get that secure, it will take you to step 5. Step 6, I apologize. So then the last step is just a verification process. And I apologize for the moving screens. These are the training screens that my child care plan has on their website. So we just took them straight from there, but I do understand that they move sometimes a little fast. But what it will do is you'll be asked what your preferred verification method will be. So it'll either be your phone, an email, or a cell phone. And once you click on that, it'll send you a verification code, and then it will prompt you to enter that code on the verification screen. Once you input that, you will hit verify. So those are the short steps on how to claim your profile. And MCCP has a lot of resources around the importance of claiming your profile, how it can help marketing wise, how it can help just getting your information out there to parents across, especially Solano County. But it is a place for all licensed child care providers and licensed exempt centers to be listed and found by families that are searching for child care. So when you do claim your profile, it allows you to update your program information directly, which if you're on our referral program, Clementina and Jenny and Molly do reach out to you guys quite often, not only for your vacancy updates, but also to update your information in general, which really just means to look over your current information we have on file and make sure you don't have any changes to an email address or a phone number. Like I mentioned previously, my child care plan does have a space for you to add photos and descriptions for marketing. In our resource video that we will be sending as follow-up supporting documents to our meeting, it goes over the different types of sizing for photos and what works best when saving them. There is another resource on the My Child Care Plan database as well that goes over specifics for that. So you can look at those when you're getting ready to upload things. I do believe there is a limit to how many photos you can input, so you can't go crazy and input a lot, but it at least gives you the option. And then you're able to manage your vacancy information, which we have to try and collect monthly because we do understand that things change often, and then access to controlling your contact details. Okay, so if you have been on our resource and referral program for quite some time, you may be used to Clementina and Jenny emailing out a full provider update link via MCCP on a quarterly basis, which we are now changing a little bit. And the new schedule for needing to update your full information. So that's checking over your contact details. If you've done it before, it takes you through each step in each tab on your profile itself. And oh, Jenny put in the chat that you can add 2 photos on MCCP. Thank you, Jenny. And then your quick vacancy updates, we call them quick because we're hoping that they're quick. Those are still monthly. But just to go over what the changes in our updating profile information schedule. So in order for our agency to stay in compliance, full provider updates must be done twice yearly. So our new schedule will be, you will receive a full update link in the month of January. So you should have already received one for this month. And then you won't receive another full provider update link until July. So your assigned referral specialist, which is either Jenny, Clementina, or Molly, sends out those links in the first week of January and in the first week of July. And then they will provide monthly follow-up with phone calls if they have not received your updates by February and August. If we don't receive anything by February or August, and they've been reaching out via phone monthly, the next way for us to request information would be through snail mail. It's a letter that we refer to as a request for information letter, or an RFI for short, because if you know our agency, we love acronyms. And those will be sent out in May and November to those that have not yet submitted those updates. If your referral specialist does not receive a response to the request for information and they're unable to reach you via phone, then they will send out a notice of action or a NOAA in the months of June if you have not yet completed your January update, or December if you haven't completed your July update, to those that have not responded to either the RFI or a phone call. And we did create a flyer on this that we will also include as follow-up supportive resources after this call for you guys to have to refer back to as well. And we will be able to have that with the video and everything else for you guys to refer to, because I know sometimes reading it like this, I'm more of a visual person and we have the chart a little bit better organized than the screen itself. And then vacancy updates are still required monthly. So your assigned referral specialist will send out the monthly vacancy update link via MCCP. You must complete a vacancy update anytime there is a change in your vacancy. So what that means is if you complete a quick vacancy update link today, January 26th, and you are currently full, and in a week or two, you have two openings, it is your responsibility to either reach out to your referral specialist to update that your vacancies have changed. And then the months that vacancies need to be completed are February, March, April, May, June, August, September, October, November, and December. The reason why we don't have January or July listed on that is because when you're doing your full provider updates, vacancies is a part of that. So your January and July monthly vacancy updates will be captured in your full provider updates. Okay, so this is just a snippet. I don't have the video to play for you all because it is a little bit longer and we wanted to make sure that we're mindful for any questions that we have from the information we provided. But I didn't want anyone to be alarmed if they see this in their email and think they didn't mention they were sending us a video. I don't know if it's safe to click it because I also know a lot of tech phishing has been going on recently, but this is what the video will appear to be when we send it out to you all. And it is a how-to video for claiming your profile. So it will go over the step-by-steps with a little bit more detail that we had on the previous screens. And it's a quick, I think it's 5 minutes, a little over 5 minutes. I could be wrong. Jenny made it for us, so she can put in the chat if I'm wrong on how long it is. But it's just a nice video for you to have if some people prefer to watch it opposed to reading the step-by-step guides that are on MCCP. We just wanted to make sure that we provided that as an option as well. Okay. And since it has been a little bit of time since we had our last provider informational meeting, we wanted to go ahead and make sure that everyone has access to our department contacts. So we have our referral specialists listed. And again, these are the individuals that assist with completing provider updates. They also assist parents when they submit child care referral requests. So they input the parent's information into MCCP, and MCCP randomly generates providers within the mile radius and within the parent's parameters that they specified. And then we have our SIP coordinators, or our Child Care Initiative Projects coordinators. Joy is one of them. She is on the call. Their contact information. And then if you have any questions or still have not applied or submitted your CPR first aid reimbursement request, we provided the line as well to Molly, who has been taking care of that recently. And then my phone number is listed as well as Cinda's phone number. So if you guys want to take a picture of this, write them down, or like I mentioned, this is a recorded meeting, so we will have that to refer back to as well if you would like. Okay, Q&A time. I'm gonna minimize my screen so I can actually see. Where is my toolbar? Okay, let me open.
I can read one. Tanya said she has not received an RFI. can I get the contact information of who I need to contact? So you wouldn't get the RFI unless you don't fulfill the update that's requested. So I'm thinking maybe you didn't receive the request. So Jenny or Clementina, do you know if you are Tanya McNeely's referral specialist? You can see they're checking.
I can check real quick and we'll definitely follow up tomorrow with any additional information.
Thank you, Jenny.
Yeah.
I don't see any other questions, Carly, so far.
Okay. Does anyone have a question that you didn't have time to put in the chat that you wanted to ask? You can come off mute and feel free to let us know. Rebecca, I see your hand is raised.
Hi.
Hi.
I wanted to talk to you guys about you know, getting started to open up a daycare in Solano County. So I wanted to know what would be the steps that I need to take to make that happen.
Yeah. Joy, are you still on the call?
I am. Yes. So, Rebecca, yes, I actually coordinate the Child Care Initiative Project program, where I can help you, myself and Rosia can help you through the process. So if you would like, if you can either send it directly to me or put your email and phone number in the chat, I'll be glad to give you a call. We can go over that information, and I
Oh,
can send you directly the steps that you need to take to get licensed.
okay. I have a question. So I took the R&R classes here in Santa Clara County. My question is, do I need to take them again over there in Solano County since it's a different county and maybe the policies are different than Santa Clara?
Well, for licensing, it's state required, so it's all across the state of California. So, um, if the classes haven't expired, like if it's CPR, depending on when you took it, if it's still good, you don't have to take it again. So, yeah, you can just let me know which classes you took, and I can guide you and let you know what else you need to do.
My actually the CPR already expired mine, so
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that we can get you connected with the trainer in Solano County.
Okay. Thank you so much, Joy. Thank you.
And I see that your email. Got it. Okay. I'll reach out to you tomorrow.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And Rebecca, Molly put in the chat the steps to becoming licensed. There's a link there that will take you to a list of things that you will need to do.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I'm just going to go ahead and address Yvonne. Hola, Yvonne. I know that she was asking about Spanish. So, Yvonne, no se pudieron traducir la clase que estamos dando ahorita. So, mañana te puedo dar toda la información sobre correo electrónico o llamada. Me conecto con usted mañana. Gracias.
Sí, muchas gracias.
Claro.
Ajá, thank you.
Thanks, Clementina. Is there any other questions that anyone had? I'm seeing, I don't know if I see any other hands raised.
Can I ask oh, go ahead.
I just looked on my list for Tanya. Tanya, I didn't see you on my list, but we'll make sure to just double check with you tomorrow about your question for your update profile. Okay? Just wanted to let you know.
Sounds good. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thanks, Jenny. Rebecca, did you have another question?
Yes, I had another question. So since there's a lot of talk about California Forever, that's going to be, it seems like it's going to be happening. I'm guessing there's going to be a lot of new changes and a lot of new people coming in and a lot of need for child development centers. Um, is there going to be more updates about that in the future?
I can take that one, Carly.
Okay, I was gonna say I don't know. I don't know where to start with that one.
There will be, once we know, our director, Kathy Lago, is kind of keeping a tab on things like that right now. We did meet with a lady in Vallejo who's also working on the shipyard expansion at Mare Island. So there's quite a few projects right now in Solano County that's in the works. We did talk to the people there to kind of see what their plan is, but again, it's kind of in the beginning stages. So once we have meetings with certain people for the different projects, then we will try to put that message out and let people know. We do also get calls. I won't say regularly, but throughout the year, we'll get several calls that um, from people who are wondering, I'm moving, where should I move to? I'm going to be um, in the right area for being able to fill my childcare. So that's the other thing that we'll work on as these things start developing and be able to answer that a little bit quicker.
Thank you.
And I was going to ask how many of you have already claimed your profile in MCCP? And you can put it in chat if you would like. And what is your thought about it so far? Was it an easy process? Do you have more to work on? Like where are you at in the stages of your profile? We did notice when Carly was looking at the list of people that registered, I think more than half of the people that registered already have claimed their profile. So,
Opposite.
oh, opposite, have not claimed. So
Yes.
we're just kind of wondering where everybody is, if you've already done that, and if you haven't, was this helpful?
Can I jump in, Cinda, just to say hi, good evening, everyone. Um, I was going to tell you I should have already claimed my profile. I know I was having a problem at first where I wasn't answering like all the correct questions, and Molly has helped me get back on tack with everything because I was moving from a center-based program back into a home-based program, and I'm like, wait, I thought everything was already done. So yes, it has helped me out since I got back from center program back into home base because things do change because I was out of home base for about 3.5, almost 4 years. So now I'm back in the foundation area. So yes, it has helped me since I have claimed my profile.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Thanks for
Thank you.
sharing that.
Yes.
I don't see anything in the chat. Molly, when you have time, I may or may not forgot to put it on the list, or you may have already put it in there. I was going to see if you could input the link around marketing that MCCP had in the chat as well, just for them to have to refer to. Elizabeth, what direct number. Would you like me to go back to our contact screen? I could pop that up if you would like. Would that be helpful? Okay, let me get back to our contact screen. Clementina, would you mind answering Yvonne's question while I share our contact screen again?
Yeah, of course. Yvonne, MCCP es el sitio que se usa cuando se abre un nuevo guardería. Cada guardería que se abre se agrega a MCCP y ahorita estamos explicando cómo puedes reclamar tu perfil en MCCP y poner todos tus datos para que estén correctos. Entonces, MCCP es My Child Care Plan, que es mi plan para guarderías.
¿O es la app esa de My Child Care?
Sí, es la aplicación y también es un sitio. Es lo mismo.
Oh, ok, ese ya lo tengo. Ok,
Ok,
gracias.
claro.
Thanks, Molly, for getting those in the chat. Thank you, Clementina, also. Any other questions anyone has? Comments?
I just was going to say, if I can chime in one more time, that if anyone doesn't want to ask questions or feel uncomfortable about speaking on the Zoom, to please take down the contact numbers because they do really help you when you're trying to get to each step and doing your profile. And remember, no question is a bad question.
No, not at all, especially on things like this. I feel like digitally wise, we all have questions.
So that was my only comment.
Yes, thank you.
There is a new question in the chat from Azucena. They said, I claimed it. It was hard to upload the pictures. So what happens after you claim your profile?
Yeah, so once you have your profile claimed, it's an easier way for you to just make sure that your information is always up to date. So, regardless of if providers have their profiles claimed or not, we still have the requirement to send you all the update links. Once you claim your profile, it's your way to make it your own. So, there is a marketing resource Molly put in the chat. So it kind of goes over different data and statistics on how childcare providers got more exposure once they were able to personalize their profiles and once they claimed them. So there is an area to upload the photos. I'm sorry, it was a little challenging. And then you can write different descriptions and bios and whatnot for parents to see. So it really is all about creating it to be your own from the parent perspective. And if you recall me saying, or if you signed on a little later, the parent perspective is the side that they can use independently. So anyone right now in the state of California can go to mychildcareplan.org and search for childcare providers. So they can see all the providers listed near the area that they're searching for that are licensed. And when your profile is claimed, they can see your personal touches to them. So there's supporting information on updating it, marketing tips. Molly just put those back in there. But those are the two main reasons for claiming your profile. It also gets you a little bit more familiar with the site itself. And then you can also see what parents see when they're searching. So it may help a little bit more in conversations when they reach out to inquire if you have openings or about your program and whatnot as well. Anyone from my team, if I missed anything, also, please feel free to chime in at all, at any time. Good question. Of course. Jenny? Yeah.
I think one of the greatest things I've seen folks do, providers do, is uploading the pictures. I know it's a little difficult because it's a little persnickety with the sizes, but really showing off your spaces and your activities. Be careful uploading children's pictures. You want to make sure to get consent first, obviously, from families. Um, However, that's the great way to show off your program is show off those great spaces you all have and make it your own by customizing it. It's really neat to see that when providers upload a photo. I get so excited. It's really fun. If you have questions about photos, please get with me, call me or email me. Maybe we can put our emails in the chat. Um, I can help with that. That would be fine. So yeah, that's a great way to get people to notice you.
And like Jenny mentioned with the consent, MCCP also has pre-made photo consents for having pictures with children in them on their site that you can keep on your files as well. And I believe they have them translated also. So another resource that they provide to you all. Any other questions, comments?
I was just going to add, piggybacking on both what Carly said and Jenny said, um, we get the question quite often of how can you put my name out more often in referrals? And if you've attended any of our meetings in the past, we've explained that our referral list that we give to any parent that requests a referral for childcare um, is a random pull from MCCP. So we cannot say, oh, we want Maisha Bell on this parent's um, referral list. It has to be a random pull, and we don't promote any one particular childcare over another. But claiming MCCP profile and making it your own, like Carly and Jenny described, that's one way that you can get your business out there more often, possibly. It could I don't know that this is actually how it works, but it could actually give you more traffic when parents are going on their own on the site to look for their childcare on their own. And we do have that where parents go on, they don't call us or they don't submit the referral request through us. They actually go on the system and pull their own referrals. So that's another um, great reason to make sure that it is your marketing and you're showcasing your childcare.
Jenny went ahead and put her email in the chat for you all. She is very good with assisting Clementina as well with uploading photos and kind of our digital designing. Clementina and Jenny are both very patient and awesome supports if you have questions around updating your profile, and they are available to kind of go in there and help you step by step over the phone, whichever is most convenient. I don't see any additional hands raised. I don't see any other questions, comments in the chat. Time check, it is 6:46, so we're doing awesome on time. Ms. Castor, if you're referring to the video link or the supporting documents, we haven't sent that yet. If you're referring to the provider update, the full provider update link, that should have went out at the beginning of January, but we can add you to the list of participants that Jenny and Clementina will double check and follow up with tomorrow. And they can always resend the link as well. We know sometimes with things getting auto-generated through My Child Care Plan, they can go to providers or parents' junk folder. So if it ever goes to your junk or spam folder, we can always resend it. Okay, if we don't have any other questions from you all, we would love to give you back some time this evening, and we appreciate you all so much for joining us tonight. We hope this information was helpful. We thought it would be helpful to talk it through live before we went ahead and send it out to everyone to refer to on your own time. But like I said, we will do our best to get it out either tomorrow or Wednesday, and that'll come through Constant Contact. So the same way you received the email about this meeting and how to register, you will be able to receive the follow-up resources as well. And you have our contact information. So if you want to go ahead and give us calls tomorrow, we are able to assist that way also.
Thank you, ladies. Have a good night. Thank you.
Thank you.